using a Spanish team, the best team, arguably. Everyone would agree on that, I think. And then we've got PSG, Ovi's going to be using. Ovi's using the 4-2-3-1. Ferperry's using the 4-2-2-2 formation, giving Cruz a start. We haven't seen Cruz start much, so we're interested to see how he gets on. No Pepe and CDM. We saw both guys use Pepe CDM in the last quarter-final between Bruce and Vinch. We're getting ready to kick off now, and it's the first of two legs. Here we go. PSG in the white, Real Madrid in the black. Predictions from you, please, Dave.
Based on the team lineup, you'd have to fancy Ferperry, but that kind of adds a little bit of pressure to himself again, because Ovi can be playing under now pressure, thinking, you know what, I'm the lower team. And Ovi really has nothing to prove, because he's more he's been settled on YouTube recently rather than the competitive play. So to be able to still get to the quarterfinals of the tournament with the quality of players that are here, it's showing he's still a really good player, despite taking up YouTube as much as he has done. Obviously, you would have wanted to save Real Madrid for a situation like this, but
they've already gone.
Yeah, he's still a good enough player. I mean.
Oh, Ronaldo for Pep. Oh, that's nice defending. Ferperry won all of his games in his group game.
Yeah.
In his group stage, won his group. Ovi coming second in his group. And just in case you want to know what teams these guys have got left, they've each got 3 teams left, but there'll only be 2 more matches. So they've got a spare team, effectively. If Ferperry goes through, he's going to have Chelsea, PSG and Argentina to choose from.
Yeah.
If Ovi goes through, he's going to have Barcelona, Bayern Munich and Portugal. So he's chosen not to use Bayern here.
I'm a bit surprised by that, but at the same time, you always have to be thinking to yourself. You always have to think, right, I'm good enough to beat anyone here, because let's be honest, anyone who's in this tournament can beat each other. That sort of quality we're looking at. So he's got to be thinking, right, I can win this game, but he's got to, in the semi-final, I want to save a good team so I can get to the final. But obviously he needs to get there. So
one thing that is interesting is that they do have a coin toss before to see who has to pick their team first, and the other person reacts. And Ferperry, Ovi won the coin toss and decided that Ferperry should choose first.
Yeah.
Perry chose Real Madrid.
Yeah.
Leaving Ovi to choose PSG. So he obviously felt PSG were the better suited team over Bayern, like you say, maybe thinking about future rounds, but he's got to get through first.
Well, yeah, I mean, defensively, PSG are decent. I mean, they've got Thiago Silva and David Luiz, and David Luiz is in real,
Benzema ball in! Ferperry goes 1-0 up, just as you were saying, PSG are tight defensively. Yeah. The curse of the commentator strikes again.
Yeah, I'm going to have to say sorry to Ovi for that one. I mean, that was a well-worked goal. Worked it well to the I forgot who put the cross in, but he was a free header for Bale, really.
Yeah.
Obviously it's a lot of time left, but that's just the difference in teams. Obviously PSG is so good, but this is why Real Madrid are usually the first choice team for any pro player. They're just they've got balance everywhere.
Yeah, they've got great players. We've got someone like Toni Kroos come in to start for them here. Barely had a minute of game time in this tournament so far, despite almost everyone having used Real Madrid at least at one point. So, that's how good their squad is. Isco, Kroos, none of them getting anywhere near the team half the time.
No, I mean,
PSG have got a good 11, but I think you move the level, you start looking at the substitutes bench and you start scraping.
Oh,
Ibrahimovic has equaled it up.
2 headers.
There you go. That's the Ibra effect. He's not as good as he was in FIFA 14, but he's still Ibra.
Yeah, I mean, Ovi's definitely going to be looking for the crosses, because if you've got someone as big as Ibra in the box with the heading stats that he's got, it's always going to be a threat. And in a game like this, he knows he's not going to get many opportunities. So if he can work it down the wing and get a crossing like he did there, it's going to work well for him.
I've got a feeling here. We've had 2 quite high-profile.
Oh, he's in.
He's offside. We've had 2 quite high-profile quarterfinals so far. Spencer knocking out the legendary Bruce Granick, and Brian going through against Vinch as well. 2 big sort of headline grabbers.
Yeah.
I've got a feeling this Ferperry versus Ovi match could end up being a real corker, The pressure's off them, the spotlight's off them, the big games were on the other, the big sort of the spotlight was on the other games.
Yeah.
And these guys are going to come through and give us a real game, I think, here. 2 goals already.
Yeah.
It's 22 minutes, I think, the time, but less than that of the second goal. So, we could have a lot of goals here. 2 legs, currently 1-1. Right now, as it stands, it would be a draw after 2 legs, and they go to a third leg, but we've got lots of minutes still to go.
Yeah, I mean, mate, no mistake about it. Both these players, they can win this tournament. Ferperry is one of the best. Oh, he's in.
Oh, Ronaldo's through there, and if he's got anything about him, he's going to finish this with Ronaldo. It's got to be a goal. Yeah, that's his bread and butter, and it's 2-1 to Real Madrid. Ferperry restores his lead. Ovi needs to come back again. I mean, 3 goals.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I mean with Real Madrid. I was saying to people, I think I said yesterday on the stream, if you could play well with a team like Chelsea, often you'll play better with them than what you would be with Madrid. But if you play bad with Chelsea, you're not going to win. But if you play bad with Madrid, you can just have one through ball like that to Ronaldo and it's a goal. You can play bad with Madrid and still win, which is why I think so many people use them. I mean, Ovi was he was a bit unlucky there. Like Ronaldo just found the space, and Ferperry is playing exactly like he did yesterday, like with France. If you remember against Spain, where every time he played a free ball, Lacazette and Benzema just threw on goal. And
he got them making the runs behind the defenders. PSG have just gone to counter-attack. But what is it that, in a game that seems so tight sometimes and so kind of hard to find some space, that suddenly makes someone have that much room down the middle? What is the actual engineering taking place there?
I think they're just slightly overcommit. I mean, Ovi's got... Is it the 4-2-3-1 formation you said he was playing?
Ovi, he's using the 4-2-3-1, and Ferperry is the 4-2-2.
Okay. Well... Ferperry, he used a 4-2-2 with France as well, and we saw like both players would always get space, and I think that's why if it's one player, then there's not enough space for it to run into. Like the defenders usually can like cut them off, but because there's two, your centre backs won't tend to like mark just the one of them. No, well, like they'll mark one each, which kind of leaves a big gap there in the middle. So he's set his players' instructions to run in behind. So he's Ronaldo will just be running into the space, and all he's got to do is just one through ball every time overcommit. So obviously he's got to be careful he doesn't keep overcommitting, playing, getting people forward, because he'll just keep getting hit on the counter attack like we saw yesterday when.
Great build up play. He's got there. Sirigu makes it. That was fantastic passing there from Ferperry on the edge of the PSG box.
I mean, what we're seeing differently here for Ferperry is yesterday when he was France, it literally just looked like he was just counter attacking, whereas here, obviously he scored a goal with Ronaldo off the counter attack, but he's good in and around the box. He's got more than one like attacking style, so.
Oh, he needs to get rid of it here. Well done, Ovi. Yeah, Ferperry's definitely got the best of the game right now, but Ovi's still got plenty of experience to call upon in this sort of situation.
Yeah, definitely.
He's been around the block a few times, Ovi. He knows what he's doing in these competitive scenarios, so yeah, don't count the Romanian out just yet.
I mean, he's already scored one. He knows he could score another. I'm still a bit surprised by the team selection, especially when he got the second choice pick. Sorry, like so he could have countered it. In that situation, I think I would have used Bayern just because they're a bit more solid all round.
I feel like Bayern is a natural kind of counterbalance to Madrid in terms of they're very solid. They both suit a 4-2-3-1 formation. You can usually count on someone using the 4-2-3-1 in Madrid, although obviously Ferperry's used a 4-2-2 here.
Oh, I mean this year, in past FIFAs and still in this FIFA a little bit, the 4-2-3-1 is still probably the most commonly used. But on this FIFA,
every shot has gone in.
Yeah, on this FIFA specifically, two strikers seems a lot more beneficial than what it has done on, like, say, FIFA 14, where you could just go 4-2-3-1 and whip some crosses in and score. But on this one, two strikers, it's quite hard to defend against, like as we've seen here. Like Ronaldo just
Bale off the post on his right foot, his weaker foot. If that had been on his left, it probably would have gone in the back of the net.
Yeah, Perry's playing Ferkie's playing so well here.
It's interesting. We were saying though that you were saying in the group stage game, Ferperry looked like he was countering more, whereas here he's more dominant.
Yeah.
He did actually only have 38% possession in that first half.
Well,
PSG was 62%. Ronaldo could make it. Oh, that is sensational! That's the first dink finish we've seen on stream this tournament, and I tell you, that's a way to score. Ronaldo makes it 3-1. Obviously not going to be happy conceding a goal like that. You were talking to me about them before. They're quite kind of, once you get it in that zone, you just know it's a goal.
Yeah. I mean, I call that the Sean Allen chip, because Sean Allen and Spencer, they're the ones who kind of like found that out and mastered it, really. I'm surprised I haven't seen Spencer do it yet, but do you know what? When he was Madrid, I'm pretty sure he would have. But yeah, for some reason on this game...
Why Madrid? Ronaldo?
Well, yeah, and you tend to get a lot more space. I mean, to be fair, we have seen Spencer try. I think he may have tried it against Fabio yesterday whilst he was on the stream, or someone tried it. But it's just you get a lot more space, and it works with anyone really. You don't necessarily need like Ronaldo or Bale to do, but you feel a lot more comfortable with Madrid. For example, in this, Ferperry's pretty much he's pretty much dominated in and around the box, in and around of his box. Whereas yesterday when we saw him with France, he was pretty much just playing on the counter attack, so he didn't have any opportunities to do it.
No, exactly, and that's like you say, Real Madrid gives you those options. 3-1, Ferperry leads in his first leg. It's a great turn from Ronaldo. Oh, it's fallen to Modric. He's going to shoot, surely. Oh, he's taking his time. Oh my word! Wow.
He's got these skills absolutely locked up.
That was, I mean, I think a Leicester player would have shot earlier there.
Yeah,
but he took his time, and that's 4-1. And it's only one. It's only the first leg, guys. Ovi's in danger now of getting left behind. I wonder if he's regretting choosing PSG over Bayern right now.
Well, he will be, but as we were saying earlier, when you lose, you want to be able to have like nothing in the back of your mind like that, digging at you, saying like, maybe I should have done this, should have done that. And that's definitely something that's going to be like in the back of his mind. Should he go out here? I mean, the game's still not over. He can easily get back into it.
Ronaldo could be going through here for a fifth though, if he can hold it down. Yes, it does. It's a good tackle from David Luiz.
He read that well.
What's your thoughts on David Luiz in this game as a centre back?
He's like, I was about to say earlier actually, we just forgot about it. Yeah, although his stats aren't that great, he just seems like he's everywhere. He's strong. It seems like he's got more pace than what he actually has. He rarely ever loses any headers. I mean, I know he's a popular pick on Ultimate Team.
Yeah, very popular.
Some made team of the season. I'm not quite sure about that one.
Controversial.
Oh, definitely.
Okay, here we go. Ferperry have a chance to go 5-1 up, potentially put the tie beyond Ovi even in the first leg. We don't know. I think Ovi needs to get at least one more goal this leg to give himself a chance of overturning this deficit in the second. He's got the personnel on there. Cavani and Ibra, very talented attackers, but 4-2-3-1 might be a slightly defensive formation to get that goal against Real Madrid.
I mean, at the minute, Ferperry, he looks way too comfortable on the ball. He's, he's 4-1 up. He's enjoying himself, and when you enjoy yourself when you play FIFA, it doesn't happen a lot. But when you do, you find that you play your best football, and it's exactly what we're seeing.
Bale with a chance here for Ferperry. We could be seeing a fifth goal. Ronaldo going to strike it.
Oh
my word!
Oh, he's missed.
You know what? That would have been one of the goals of the tournament in terms of the way it was passed and built up.
The way he's rivaling Brian for me with the way he's attacking. I mean,
could be a dark horse.
Yeah, we all know him online, and we all know like he's one of those. He likes a good skill move or two, and we're seeing that here. And he won the 10k qualifier, so that just to show how good he is. But he has a good chance.
Ovi a chance. He needs it. He gets it. There you go. That's the second goal we were talking about. Ovi needed that to have a chance, I think. And he's obviously got one more leg left, but it's 4-2, just 2 goals in it. He's going to need a really strong performance in the second leg still, unless he can get one more goal in this first leg. But you know, if Perry had scored that chance, he went wide. Sorry, he hit another one to hit the post as well. Yeah, he would have 5 goals in this first leg, which would be pretty incredible at this stage of the competition.
Well, that's often the case on FIFA. There's often a goal after there's been a really good chance for someone. So you'll miss a really good opportunity like Perry did, and then you'll go and concede. It happens quite a lot on this.
I was talking at the start of the game about this game potentially being like a really good one, and we've already, just to clarify, and it's not even the whole first leg has finished yet, we've already seen more goals than any of the other quarterfinals over 2 legs. The Spencer versus Bruce game was 3-2 on aggregate, so 5 goals. Brian versus Vince was 3-1 on aggregate, 4 goals. We've already seen 6 goals in this first leg, so the second leg, I mean, if it's anything like this one, we're going to end up in double figures.
I mean, whenever like Perry gets in and around the box, like, his skill moves are so effective, and they are really hard to defend against. I mean, Ovi's got a... he's not going to...
Oh, my word. He's trying that long strike with Cavani. That was on his weak foot.
Oh, no, yeah.
Unbelievable.
See, these short corners are so frustrating. You don't want Ibra coming short for it.
No. Oh, chance here. Matuidi. If Ovi gets a goal here, we're set up for a really interesting third leg. Second leg, sorry. That's a good save.
Oh, he's going to get him in the counter, is he?
That shot really curved in.
To be honest, I've got 4 players back here. I'm surprised by that. Usually on corners, your players overcommit.
Bale, he's doing really well, holding up the ball fantastically. Keeper's going to get that. Sirigu, that's not what you want to see from Sirigu there. No, Ronaldo. If he gets a 5th now, then obviously going to be really unhappy with his keeper, but he's managed to fight it off. 4-2 as it stands. I think if he can just get a late goal now, it'd be great. It'd be a confidence boost.
Yeah, it'd definitely be a big boost for the second game. I mean, even if he doesn't, he's far from out of the game. It's only 2 goals, and he's got 90 minutes to get that back.
I wonder if a 4-2-3-1 from the start of the second leg might be enough. Maybe he needs to start with a more attacking formation. Matuidi's done very well. Can he get the ball in? Ibra the header! You wouldn't be surprised to see Ibra head that top corner from there. I mean, he's got the height, he's got the strength.
He even had the run. I thought that was going to go in, to be honest. I've seen strange headers. I mean, Do you remember on stream yesterday, last minute of the game against Spencer and Fabio?
What's the header? Marco Reus, wasn't it?
Yeah, hit the bar, looped up from the...
Oh, no, Ronaldo's going to get 5th. Oh, that's the opposite of what Ovi needed. The 7th goal of this first leg, quarter-final.
That's frustrating for
5-2. Can Ovi turn this round?
He's good enough to, but it's just the teams.
Look at that. Yeah. 6 shots on target for Ferperry and 5 goals. He had a little bit more possession, in that second half. Ended up with 42, but still dominating the possession, showing you possession doesn't win you games, because Ovi did have the lion's share of it. However, he's dropped 3 goals there. 5-2. Ferperry goes in to this second leg. He doesn't need to go for it. I'm sure he will, because he's an attacking player and he's played some great stuff going forward, but he doesn't need to. He's got the actual... He can afford to take things slowly, slow the tempo. Yeah. And I'm just interested to see if the lineups change here at all.
I mean, he can play this how he wants to. Obviously going for the 4-2-2 as well now. I can't see Ferky playing any differently to what he normally would. He scored 5 goals in that game, and he can afford to go and look for another goal and concede, because he's got a 3-goal cushion. Yeah. I mean, if it was only 3-2, then I'd think you'd see him play a little bit differently, because obviously then if he went and looked for another goal and conceded that, it'd be equal. But
it's interesting he's going with the 4-2-2, so he's slightly more attacking than the 4-2-3-1. 2 up front. Cavani, I feel personally Cavani's a lot more dangerous when he's further up the pitch. I mean, we saw there he was kind of limited to long shots, one of which was sensational. Left-footed shot almost went in from about 35 yards, but... Now he's going to have opportunities to create 1-2 passes with Cavani and Ibrahimovic in advanced positions, maybe get more crosses in from the wide men to an extra man in the box, not just Ibra. So I think that it's definitely a good move from Ovi. It's just whether he can overturn 3 goals. It's 5-2 down. He needs to not only score more goals than he did in that first game, but also keep it tight at the back.
Yeah, it is going to be hard. I mean, the way Ferky plays, it's going to It's the perfect way to play against someone who needs goals against you, because as we've seen yesterday when he was France, he can play on the counter-attack, and his style is he likes a good through ball up the pitch, and when you got Ronaldo and Bale up top, any sort of through ball, they're going to beat anybody for pace. So he's definitely going to be questioning, what can I do in this game that's not going to play to Ferky's advantage. So he needs to, obviously he needs to attack, but he needs to make sure he doesn't overcommit, because if he does, it's just going to take 1 through ball, and that's it.
He's gone to counter attack on the tactical choices there, PSG and Ovi, and he's got a lot of goals to overturn. It's interesting that Ferperry seems to be a really talented counter attacker. He seems to be really deadly. It's a good shot. Saved by Sirigu.
He's good on the counter attack, but as we've seen, he's also good in and around the box. He can attack in quite a number of different ways, which is why he's so good, because often players, they get so used to using one style, they will just counter attack, or they will just play in and around the box. I mean, even Brian, we didn't really see him counter attack much. He's just kind of stuck to the one style. Whereas Perry, we've seen him counter attack, we've seen him throw skills in and around the box. He can do both.
So amazing semi-finals, lining up here. Can't actually tell between the guys. We've got Spencer versus Brian in the first semi-final. Winner of this will be playing the winner of Tass versus Alejandro. Probably you'd say Tass is favourite to win that one, I think, based on his group stage. It's a goal for Ferperry and Real Madrid, his 6th goal. And that's probably it for Ovi, I think. Toni Kroos, the man that wasn't used very much by other people playing as Real Madrid, has proved his doubters wrong. That's why you play him. He can finish, he can score, he can add to your attacking, your prowess. And it's 6-2 now. Yeah. And, is it lights out for Ovi?
Unfortunately, it is looking that way. I mean, that's a 4-goal advantage. At this level, pulling back a 4-goal advantage, it's near impossible.
Yeah, it's going to mean he's going to have to commit so much to score 4 goals. He can't afford to concede again. And he's not even committing that much now, and Real Madrid are breaking him down. So imagine what they can do, if he's going 3 at the back or whatever he's doing, 4-2-4, something like that. Gareth Bale here, 1 more goal would really make it, I think, impossible for Ovi to come back if it's not already. But that's a weak shot, and Sirigu picks it up. I think Ovi needs to just first and foremost now play for a bit of pride, get some goals back, and remind people what he can do.
Well, even scoring 2 with the teams as uneven as what they are, he has done well, but Perry's just been lethal in attack.
So lethal. And it'll be interesting to see who the bookies' favourites would be on this one, because there's an argument to be made for if we are assuming Ferperry is going to go through to the semi-final, which I think is safe to say at this point. We've got Spencer, Bryan and Ferperry, all really good.
Yeah.
All won their group. They all won their group. So the 3 group winners have gone through.
Yeah.
And then obviously Tas was the group winner in his group. So if we're going to go on that kind of theory, Tas would go through against Alejandro, and we'd have 4 group winners in there. So it'd be fair to say the right people made it to the semis if this is how it turns out.
Yeah, I mean, obviously you'd fancy Tas at this point to beat Alejandro, but Alejandro, he's a very good player. I mean, he beat Ivan and Sterren Status yesterday, and they're both 2 very, very top players.
Yeah.
So, you know, he can do it. And looking at his teams, he's still got Chelsea, Barca and France left to use, whereas Tas has still got Madrid. But I'm pretty sure after seeing this, Tas is going to want to save Madrid in case he has to play Perry in the next round.
Yeah, definitely. And then Perry's going to have Chelsea, PSG or Argentina next. So maybe Chelsea will see in the semi-final from Ferperry.
Yeah, I mean, I think...
It's a shot of Gareth Bale. That could have been his 7th goal. Unbelievable amount of gols Ferperry scored.
In all honesty, I think Ferkie's used Real Madrid a reign too early.
Right.
Yeah, I mean...
with a victory this convincing, obviously he wasn't to know, but if he had gone with, say, Chelsea in this game, it would have been an interesting... He could have even done PSG.
Yeah, I mean, but you've got to go into each game thinking, you know, I can win. Both players will have been thinking that.
So Cavani with an opportunity, but he's walked into the centre back there.
I mean, no matter what team you're using, so he should have been going into the game thinking, I can use Argentina and still win. I can use Bayern, Chelsea and still win. But interestingly, he's gone for Real Madrid, which, if I was him, I would have been looking at the bracket thinking, right, you know, I can beat Ovi, I can beat Tas, I can get to the final, but I need to prioritise which team I'm going to use when. And
not another one. Good save from Sirigu. Wow, would have been his 2nd chip of this quarter-final. One thing worth thinking about here, though, is this is the last stage of the competition where you don't take home any winnings.
Yeah.
If you get yourself into the semi, you've got something to take home with you, regardless, even if you come 4th in the 3rd, 4th playoff. So just to remind you guys, 3rd and 4th place playoff, both take home $500 each, regardless of who gets 3rd or 4th. The runner-up in the final takes home $2,000, and the winner's taking double that, $4,000. So maybe that's Ferperry's thinking. Maybe I just want to get through to the semis, get myself some prize money, and then I can work out the rest after that.
Yeah, possibly, but you know, you always want to win it.
Yeah, obviously you always want to win. You want to play to win, not play to just get some cash.
The next game's going to be interesting because, I mean, Tas and Alejandro are not even in the room at the moment. Well, I think they maybe just walked in.
Yeah.
But they've not even been seeing how Ferkie's been playing, which, if
you think that's a mistake?
I think that's surprising because usually if your opponent's playing, you want to see what they're doing, pick up on little things.
Is that a little bit of carelessness on their part, or is it just some way people cope with the nerves differently, don't they? They like to get out there.
Yeah, well, possibly. I mean, maybe they're just been thinking to themselves, right? You know, I just want to think about my next game. Let's not think too far ahead. But even so, the way Ferkie's played in this game, if I was facing him next, I would have been looking for things in the game which I could counter him on. But
which are what? Because I haven't seen any.
No, it's been hard to be honest.
I mean, obviously Ibra's header was a decent goal, but other than that, he's looked really good. I mean, let's remind ourselves, yes, Bryan was up against Vince, and yes, Spencer was up against Bruce, but they both only scored 3 goals over their 2-leg quarter-finals. Ferperry's got 6, double that.
Yeah, I know.
And Ovi's no mug, you know, Ovi's a good player.
He's got one of the best defences I've seen, but...
The more we talk about it, the more I'm starting to think Ferperry's got a chance at this.
Yeah, everyone's got a chance. I mean, Perry's he's got experience with offline events. I think this is his first offline event for GfinityVOD, but he's been to events in the past. I'm pretty sure he's been to in the SWC Spanish qualifier, in which he actually got to the final.
Okay.
And if I'm not mistaken, in that final, in the extra time, he was 2 goals up and lost.
Wow.
Yeah, so just like Bryan, he maybe would have gone away from that thinking, well, I know I can do it, so where did I go wrong?
It's really interesting to see that Bryan and Ferperry too, well, Ferperry almost certainly going to be a semi-finalist. 2 semi-finalists in this competition both have a history of losing high-profile games, you know, and it's a bounce-back ability is key. Oh, we could have seen a 7th goal there. Rodriguez looking for that chip again, cheeky chip, he loves it, and he's got the win kind of margin now that he can afford to try things a little bit little bit out of the ordinary. But no shot on target for Ovi. That's what's going to cost him. At this stage, Ovi needs 4 goals. Is there any reason why you don't just go all out attack and risk conceding loads? But you've got to get 4 goals.
Yeah.
If you're going to lose 6-2, you might as well lose 10-2.
Yeah, I mean, I agreed with you earlier when you said that. You got a good point. It's going to be a hard one now because he's only got one half and he's got to pull 4 goals back just to draw
and not concede.
Yeah,
that's just to draw. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, you never want to lose by a huge scoreline. So he's definitely going to be like, he'll be careful.
Yeah, but I think everyone knows Ovi's decent. I don't think he needs to do it. He needs to make any sort of message here. It's a tactical. If there's been any mistake by Ovi here, apart from coming up against an amazingly informed Ferperry, it was probably the PSG choice.
Yeah,
that I think's cost him.
Yeah, with Bayern in there, I'm still surprised by you. Even Barca, they're better than PSG. I think maybe he maybe would have been going into the game with like a sort of game plan, like kind of like Bruce did. Right, I've got a big, someone who can win the headers in the box, so I'm just gonna try and play to the strengths. But
both those strategies have backfired though. Bruce is out.
Yeah,
Ovi's out probably.
Yeah, well, not just yet, but like it is looking that way.
Bale on the ball. Ronaldo.
I mean,
Ronaldo to Bale. Bale. Oh, it's great play. Ronaldo. Yeah, good tackle. Good tackle.
I mean, I don't think that pass was actually meant for Ronaldo. But
no, got a little bit fortunate.
If Ovi would have needed a really early goal in this game, to be honest, to have in the
great
second
ball.
half, yeah.
Luka Modric. Oh, I'm surprised that he hit that.
Yeah.
I thought he would have done a little jink inside, as he's sort of been known for.
Yeah, I'm even surprised by that. But Ovi, he's not. This game doesn't really like. It isn't a fair representation of how good Ovi actually is. I mean, he's a lot better than this. And again, that's why these tournaments are so well, because you really have to put a lot of thought into like not only the teams you're going to choose, like the 7, but when you're going to use them and who against. And
for sure, it's massively.
Yeah.
Luck plays a big part as well. It's a great touch from Ronaldo.
Oh,
Ronaldo! Wow.
That's poor keeping.
7-2 to Ferperry now, and this is where Ovi really just needs to throw caution to the wind and just say, enough's enough. Yeah. I'm going to go and get some goals. Even if he concedes more, I think just get some more goals. Just show the guys watching that Ferperry is not, a god of FIFA. He's not superhuman. He can concede. He obviously conceded 2 in the first leg, but
I mean, Ovi equalised pretty early in that first game when he went 0 down, and then like from there you would have been thinking, right, okay, like he conceded, now he's back in it, he's going to try and shore things up, but Perry's attack has been absolutely lethal. Look at it.
Nice ball there. That's poor touch though from Benzema. Van der Veel running from right back. Lucas. Levesi to Matuidi. Aurier. On the left back position, interestingly. Aurier.
I've never really used PSG, to be honest.
They wouldn't have been in your 7?
No. Actually, I can't remember. I gave my 7 on stream yesterday. I'm not sure if they were in there or not, so I'm not going to say yes or no, just in case they were or weren't.
Modric for Real Madrid. Through ball for Ronaldo. We could see another one.
It's going to come back inside, surely.
Ronaldo is so dangerous in this area. David Luiz with the interception, though.
I mean, he's so comfortable in this game at the moment. I mean, in any other game, I don't think he'd be using as many skills as what he is, but he just knows it's pretty much game over.
Bale! Oh, my word. Anyone watching this that has to play Ferperry at any point, be scared.
Yeah, well, I can see Tass and Alejandro watching now, just looking slightly concerned, but, they're both now, they're good enough to beat him. I mean, I'm pretty...
8 goals.
Yeah.
That's the most we've seen across 2 matches, I think. Well, that we've seen on stream anyway. 8 goals. Wow. Tony Kroos.
I mean, obviously, Ovi's definitely going to be kicking himself because he knows he is better
Kroos. Oh, not a 9th. Not a 9th. Oh, I thought he should have gone back onto his right foot quicker there.
Fell.
Unbelievable scenes here at the Bernabeu. Unbelievable scenes. Clean sheet as well. That's the best bit about it, really.
Yeah.
He's not even conceded against someone who needs goals or needed goals so desperately from the start of this match.
Well, so far, there's still time.
Yeah,
he may. Hopefully, Ovi does get one.
Yeah, it'll be good to see. Rodriguez. Switches it to Benzema. It's just all Real Madrid. Benzema with a nice touch into Ronaldo. Good interception though. Can PSG go up the other end and just get a goal? Ibrahimovic. It'd be nice for Robbie to leave this with a goal in this tie. Cavani. Lucas.
This is a nice little build-up play. Give
it
Ibra.
There's the ball. Ibra's going to score, surely.
Yeah,
yes, that's pure power. It wasn't in the corner, but it didn't need to be.
He's on his left.
I'm glad to see that go in. Ibrahimovic with the goal. Okay, so that makes it 8-3 on aggregates now. Oh, it's another shot. Oh my word.
So I think this is our highest scoring game of the whole tournament.
Yeah. Of the whole tournament.
So that's now 8-3.
It's 11 goals.
8-3, yeah.
Over the two legs. Unbelievable. 11 goals. Incredible. Unfortunately for Ovi, 8 of them have been scored by Ferperry.
Yeah, I mean...
And he's only got the 3. I mean, do you know what? The interesting thing is...
Yeah.
3 goals that Ovi scored would have got him through in either of the other quarterfinals. 3 goals is all that's been needed by Spencer and Brian to go through. But Ferperry's just come out of nowhere with 8.
Yeah, I mean, Ovi's defence just... like, it hasn't been what it should have, but I don't know whether that's just Ovi's playing bad in defence or Ferperry's just been that good in attack.
It's going to be interesting to see what he can do without Madrid, though. Next game. I'm not saying that he's obviously good. He won his group. There's no doubt that he's a very talented player. But the 8 goals, you know, how much of them can be chalked up to the Real Madrid personnel? How much is purely Ferperry just playing out of his skin? We'll see next game in the semi where he's going to be using either Chelsea, PSG, or Argentina. Yeah,
well, as I said, I think he's used Real Madrid just a step too early, and he could have afforded to use a different team. I mean, knowing Ovi's already used Real Madrid, which I'm pretty sure he would have known.
Yeah.
I would have saved them for another time where someone maybe would have used it against me, so you could try and counter them, as we saw with Vince and Brian.
Well, this is the thing. Tass watching this now, playing against Alejandro. I mentioned Tass first because he's the only one of the two that has Real Madrid still.
Yeah.
So if he goes through, he might not use Real Madrid and therefore have him against Ferperry. Likewise, Alejandro hasn't got Madrid anymore.
Yeah.
So he's not got that option.
Or even Tass could even just wait. He could even wait till the final because, as I said, maybe he'd want to wait to match Real Madrid with Real Madrid, and
he can't come up against Real Madrid now.
Yeah,
it's impossible. The only person left in the tournament with Real Madrid is Tass.
Yeah, well, again, that's what I mean. So he could he could go through the quarter final and the semi final and still have Real Madrid in the final because now no one he's going to come up against can have them. So.
There's the final whistle. It was a very entertaining game. We mentioned it really on in the first leg that we could see there'd been a lot of goals, and we weren't wrong. 11 goals across the 2 games. 8 for Ferperry, 3 for Ovi.
Yeah.
It's 8-3. Ferperry goes through into the first name in semi-final 2. He's going to be playing the winner of our next game between Tass and Alejandro. Any words on that epic slobber knocker of a game?
Obviously Tass has definitely got the better teams left, but you know, Alejandro's number, he's a very good player, so, you know, we'll see. Okay, we'll see. Well, you'll see as well if you come back after these quick commercials. Semi-final number 2 between Tass and Alejandro coming up soon.